Our first inductee is Mark Bollinger. I have been asked by Mark to introduce him. So our first honoree is Mark Bollinger. He becomes the fourth referee to be inducted into the York County Soccer Hall of Fame. Those who know him realize he gave much more to the game than his time as a referee. As a parent, he and his wife Marcia walked countless miles crisscrossing South Carolina on many, many back roads with their three boys, Curtis, Ryan, and Glenn, to watch them play games. A teammate of his twins, myself, I'm not one of his twins, but I was a teammate of his twins, Ryan and Glenn. He and Marcia cheered me as well throughout the state for many years. As an administrator, he helped grow Discovery Soccer Club into a formidable club and organization in our community. My connection to Mark was not limited to soccer fields as a young boy. How we later became colleagues while he served as a captain in the Rock Hill Police Department as well as a public information officer in Rock Hill. At that time, I was serving as the communications and marketing director of the Rock Hill School District, and I believe, as he would attest, far too often our paths crossed as we coordinated media responses of the latest crisis in the school or the community. One of which including that he and I'm certain will be memorable for all the wrong reasons, but for many years, and that was managing the media during the burial service of former York County Sheriff's Office Detective Mike Doty. Mark and I have also served together for 6 years on the board of the York County Boys and Girls Club. Tonight, it's my honor and privilege to congratulate and welcome Mark into the York County Soccer Hall of Fame.
Well, good evening. The end of my career at the police department, I was public information officer. It's hard for me to talk for 10 minutes, but I'll try to keep it short. I appreciate the organization, and I was shocked and really surprised when Jeff showed up at my house in red to tell me about this. I thought they had the wrong guy, but I was surprised and very humbled. I started my soccer career in the early 70s in South Central Pennsylvania. Didn't even know what a soccer ball was. And my high school coach, Robert Stone, recruited me and a couple of my friends to play soccer. We didn't even know what the game was, but we were like, okay, we'll try this. And I didn't get very great at it. I was okay. Played 3 years of high school soccer, but just fell in love with the game at that time. And there was a team in D.C. at the time, which probably nobody remembers, except all of us with gray hair, called Washington Diplomats. And that was a long time ago. And now they have D.C. United. And of course in Charlotte we have two great soccer teams. So soccer's grown a lot. My mother, I think, was one of the first soccer moms in a certain respect because she knew absolutely nothing about the game. And one of the assistant principals at my high school was a referee. And so she got a rule book. And then she spent 3 years yelling at the referees. So, I moved on from there, married my wife, Marcia. We had 3 sons. And then she was a real soccer mom. But it was a family affair because she was on the Rock Hill City Recreation Commission for soccer. She was team mom while the boys played. And then the boys, Marcia and myself and my parents, when they came down from Pennsylvania, back when we were the Rock Hill Youth Soccer Association, we were lining fields by the headlights of cars and putting up orange storm fencing out at Sullivan Middle School so the balls wouldn't roll out on the road. So during my career, I've done a little bit of everything. Then the boys started playing in the soccer association, and then I happened to have, well, I don't know who invited who, but me and Rich and some other people had lunch one day, and the idea of Discovery Soccer hatched. And we wanted to move to the next level because we were using all volunteer coaches, and we were doing well, but we decided we needed to go to paid coaches. And so a couple of us got together, and we founded Discoveries, and it's just ballooned since then. But we had to start somewhere, and I thank Rich for that. And speaking of a small world, my high school coach had a son, Brian, who played for Rich at Longwood. Is that right? Did Brian play for you?
Winthrop, I think.
No, Brian was in Winthrop. I think it was Longwood. Yeah. So, and then Rich and I are both from Pennsylvania, so a couple of Yankees came south and helped move the game along. And then I've made a lot of friends, see a lot of faces out here, a lot of great people over the years. And I've had, the last two things I want to talk about is, I was at a wreck with my volunteer fire department the other night at Celanese and Indian Hook, and this lady kept looking at me. And I'm like, I thought I had a groupie or something, you know, that's pretty good with a man my age. And she came up and she said, Mr. Bollinger, you remember me? I'm like, not really. And she coached women's soccer at York High School. And her husband had been in a wreck, and she was there to pick him up. So, you know, you meet people all over the place. And, you know, I will cherish the memories. And I have one thought I want to leave with the young folks in the room. If you've enjoyed your time playing soccer, and I just encourage you to give back. I've encouraged my sons to do that. And, you know, I fell in love with the game without even knowing what a soccer ball looked like. And then went on and did a lot of things. And it wasn't just me by myself. A lot of friends, a lot of good referees. And one of my sons is married to Alex Almager's daughter. So Lauren is my daughter-in-law. So it's a small soccer world. So thank you.